Christina with Bubblegum Paper, and I'm here with a really fun scratch-off surprise card. I'm featuring products from the September 2016 card kit from Simon Says Stamp, and this very special card is for my little niece Marlo, who turns 3 today. So happy birthday, Marlo. I hope you had an awesome day and party with all your friends. And here is a close-up of the card that I'm about to make, and let's get started. I'll walk through the contents of the Simon Says Stamp card kit first. So every month you get a stamp set. This one's called It's No Secret and features a bunch of fun birthday messages. You also get pattern paper. This month it's from Doodlebug Design and it's their Smitten Kitten collection. I really love these pinks and aquas and just like really great patterns for card making. There's no giant images or anything like that, so pretty versatile. You also get a bunch of different embellishments. So this month they have these really fun puffy stickers from My Mind's Eye and these super cool scratch off stickers which I've never seen before. They're from Inky Antics, so that's what I'm using in the card today. They also gave you a tape runner that has little presents, so they're great for planners, and these Nouveau, I think that's how you pronounce it, crystal and glitter drops. And then there's also some solid paper to match the pattern paper and a inspiration sheet. So the name of this kit is Birthday Surprise. I'm also using the Mama Elephant Lunar Animals stamps and the Simon Says Stamp Stitch Circle dies for this card. As with most of my cards, I'm starting with my stamping and Copic coloring. So this is very simple. I'm just using a bunch of pinks and turquoises and yellows. And I'm just going to color in the image of the snake. Now Marlo was born in the year of the snake, so that's why I chose this snake. So I'm going to set this to some music and I'll be right back. For this card, I did all my die cutting off camera because I was really only cutting out the snake, the hat, and this little corner of the card front. So you'll see me just run that through and then I'll come back. So here are the little characters, and then the little corner piece is really fun. There's this cool stitching right on the edge. So after I have those cut out, I'm going to go in and do my stamping. First, I'm going to create a bunch of masks for the balloons, and that's because I want the balloons to show up in a cluster, but I don't really want them overlapping with each other, so I'm stamping on a piece of Post-it note a bunch of different sizes of balloons. I think I end up using 2 or 3 of these masks, I'm not sure. But this really helps as I'm stamping so that I can get different layer effects with the balloons. So now I'm just going to cut those out, and then I'll have my masks. Now I'm going to use a bunch of Simon Says Stamp hybrid inks to stamp all of the balloons onto the card. I'm starting with Teeny Bikini, which is this dark pink color. It's really pretty, and I'm just covering that up with a mask. I tried using some washi tape too, but that didn't actually work. So when I go in here with Lake Shores, it's this really light blue, almost like a pale pool color blue. I take that washi tape off and then I stamp the blue on there, and it was a little bit light, so I decided to stamp it a second time. And these stamps are super forgiving because they're practically completely circular balloons. Then I'm using Duckling, which is this yellow color, and I stamped this yellow balloon a couple of times. I think I used 2 different sizes, or maybe it was one with the little knot and one without. And then I go in with this lighter pink color called Twinkling Tutu, which I stamped twice, and then eventually I end up changing it back to that darker pink color. I'm also going to stamp the sentiment that says "You Rock" right in that light pink balloon, and then I'm using the stamp that says "Scratch Off" with a little arrow that's going to point to the "You Rock" balloon. So that will be covered by a scratch off sticker later in this video. Next, I'm going to do some ink embossing. So I'm using the It's No Secret sentiment. I'm stamping that with Versamark ink right in the lower left corner. And I'm using Ranger Liquid Platinum embossing powder. And as you guys probably know, I love this powder. It's not silver, it's not gold, it's some cross in between, and it just melts really well and it gets all the super fine details. So I love it on sentiments like this where it's a little bit thinner. Now you'll see me go back in and stamp the darker pink onto the U rock. Next, I'm going to stamp the sentiment on the inside of the card, and I'm stamping Happy Birthday. I want to make sure the sentiment doesn't show through that window, so that's why I folded it down earlier. I'm using that same liquid platinum embossing powder, and I'm just embossing that over, and I heat set that with my heat tool as well. Now this is the cool thing. This is the scratch off sticker. So it's just like any normal sticker. There's a black side and a silver side. And you just place the black side down, silver side facing up, and it's just like one of those scratch off stickers to see what kind of coupon code you got, like one of those Banana Republic frequent shopper kind of code things. Or I don't know who else has them, but you know. Anyhow, then I'm also going to figure out how I want to draw these balloons. At first I thought maybe I would attach the balloons to a present, and then I decided not to do that because then I'd have to color in the present. And so I started drawing these lines in, and you'll see I have multiple lines going down into the window where the snake is. Then I realized there's not going to be multiple balloons on the inside of the card. So I go back and I erase all those lines and I start over and make all of the balloons connect to one line above the circle, and then only one little line will go through the circle. So that way it will connect to this one balloon that I'm stamping on the inside. So now I'm going to use this little balloon string that comes with the stamp set, and it has a little knot on it, and I'm just twisting it, bending it, and then I'm going to connect it to where that snake was. I didn't realize that it wasn't really bent that much, so it's kind of a straight line. And you'll see later on it was a little too straight when I closed the card. So I go in with my Copic marker and I draw a curvier line. So here I am, just kind of reshaping how I want those lines to look. And then I'm going to go in with my Copic multi-liner and just fill out all of these lines. Next, I'm just using some foam adhesive to tape the snake and the hat to the front of the card. And then I'm taking these puffy stickers from My Mind's Eye and I'm just taping them to the front of the card and inside the window. There's really no rhyme or reason. They're not balloons or anything. I just thought they would be a really fun embellishment. And I just love puffy stickers. They remind me of my favorite puffy stickers from the 80s. Now I'm just taking this light blue cardstock that came with the card kit, and I'm gluing the card panel to that kit. Now the card panel is slightly smaller than an A2 size card, and the blue card is A2 sized. So I left about, I think, 1/8 of an inch around the top and the left and the right sides. I'm using my Wink of Stella clear glitter brush pen, and I'm just adding some sparkle to all the different stamped images. And there is the finished card. So happy birthday, Marlo. I hope it was a fantastic day and that all your birthday wishes come true. Here is a close-up of what your finished card looks like. I can't wait to watch you scratch off the balloon and see the message inside. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're interested in more videos, more birthday videos, the one on the left here is for Marlo's sister Camille, and the one on the right is for Marlo's cousin Jeremy, who also happened to be born in the year of the snake. You can also follow me on social media at Bubblegum Paper or visit my blog at bubblegumpaper.com. Thanks again and have an awesome day. Bye!